Hey, so yesterday, Kay David asked a question about where Lent came from, and I was kind of I responded in my car. I didn't have that much time to do it in, but I wanted to give you a little bit more about where Lent comes from. So Lent starts off actually as a practice for Christians before they're baptized. So people that are coming into the faith, normally what they would do is they would have a period of fasting. When you look at church history, that period of fasting happens for maybe a day, maybe even longer than a day. And there's kind of this idea of like, okay, I'm preparing myself. And normally those baptisms would have happened on kind of Easter Eve, on the Saturday before Easter Sunday. And there's a lot of rich symbolism and kind of ideas there. Well, that practice then starts to get lengthened out as the Christian church starts to think about it. They start thinking about Jesus being in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. And so they start saying, oh, well, how about we actually expand this fast from just like a day or two, where it was like an extreme fast, no eating, no drinking, no nothing, to a 40-day fast, which obviously Jesus can do, but we have a hard time doing. And so it becomes a longer fast, but also a fast where you can eat a little bit more, sort of a little bit more like Ramadan, and our Muslim friends and what they do, in terms of not eating during the day, but once the sun goes down, you can have a little bit of something. So it starts going that way, and then it gets solidified then a little bit later, that it's going to start on this thing called Ash Wednesday, which is 46 days before Easter. The reason for that is that you're not counting the Sundays in between that period. And so Ash Wednesday becomes a thing in the Christian church. Now, as I said in that other video, all of this is cultural. All of this is stuff that we, as the Christian church, the people that celebrate Lent, the people that celebrate Ash Wednesday, all of this is just stuff that we've said, hey, this sounds like a good idea. This sounds like something that we can do in order to prepare ourselves for the celebration of Easter, which, by the way, is also not anything that we're necessarily told that we have to celebrate, but we do celebrate because it's a big deal and we want it to be a big deal. And so that's why we celebrate Lent. That's why we celebrate Ash Wednesday. And thank you for the question, Kay David. This was really kind of fun to be able to tell people a little bit more about Lent and what we're doing as we're celebrating it.